Oh, come on.
I was out of. My shields were down when the fucking
Oh,
elites.
it was me. I was trying to hit the guy in the back, and conveyor belt was. I was landing on the conveyor belt, so I moved out of the way, right next to him. He turned around.
Let me just say, sometimes those conveyor belts, they're your best friend on certain occasions, but on other occasions, they're just. They put you in places you really don't want to be.
Oh.
God damn it.
I didn't know there was elite there.
There's elites everywhere, motherfucker.
There's an elite right next to me.
Exactly. You know, you're doing what I do before I start coming up with the strategy when I play on Legendary. Is I just try bypassing everyone. Let me just tell you something. 9 times out of 10 on Legendary.
It works pretty well for me on Heroic.
Well, Heroic's the last difficulty you can try bypassing everyone on.
Especially as the Arbiter with this fucking stealth shield.
Well, the issue is the stealth shield, you get less time for it as you go higher in difficulty.
I made it to the door. I'm running.
Good. I'll wait till it teleports me then.
Never mind, there was an elite on the other side of the door.
Of course there is. There's elites in this every quarter, Scythe. You should know that, right? You do know that, right?
Why didn't you stop me?
Because I thought you knew. You played Halo 2 also. Oh. Did you play the campaign a lot? Because that. How did you already die?
Apparently 2 elites come out of there.
Yes.
I
Yes. Yes. There have been 2 elites the whole goddamn time. That's usually why I don't go up with you. That's usually why I backtrack after I kill the grunts. Down there. Because those 2 elites are going to come up that ramp, and they're going to wreck my shit if I stay looking that way. And apparently they're focusing on me. Oh god. You are going to get us all killed. And you died again. Were they shooting me through a wall or something?
Oh. They were doing something. I have a new plan.
And what's your plan this time? Oh yeah, double needlers. And you're just firing wildly in that direction.
Cowboy Arbiter.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell you that your plan's a bad idea, because honestly, at this on Legendary, Halo 2 kind of wants you to dual wield weapons. I feel like, but it's like, no, bitch, I want to use grenades, or I want to or I want to use a one-handed weapon. Or on the off chance to get really close, I'd like to punch them once or twice. Particularly when I'm using the charge-up plasma pistol. It's like, I want to use this to kill him. And I don't want to use the... Oh god. Runs! No. No. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Scythe, are you still alive? God damn it, Scythe.
You shouldn't have asked.
I really should not have. I agree.
Fine, we're somewhere.
We're not Master Chief, Scythe. You can't rely on luck. The Arbiter was a tactician. If you saw the terminals, he got fired because he fucked up because Master Chief's very lucky. But the Arbiter is a tactician. If you watch,
what are you saying? This is a lesson that luck is better than skill.
Sometimes it really is, actually. Sometimes the people viewed as the most skillful people in the world, sure they have a lot of skill, but a whole bunch of it's just luck.
Like Washington.
Yeah. Because unfortunately with me, unless I'm just like not really thinking about my moves, when I think of like, when I try to anticipate someone's move, they always go the exact opposite way I want it to. Because like when it's like, sometimes with strategy, you have to predict what move they're gonna make, and guess what? That's just gambling. It really is. Because let me just say, I hate dealing with taking chances on people. Because let me just say, people are the worst with that because they could go the exact opposite direction that everyone under normal circumstances would go. Just that one guy you were dealing with is fucking an anomaly, and there's so many goddamn anomalies when you're dealing with people. It's not an equation with people. It never fucking is. Fortunately, everyone tries to make it seem like, oh yeah, if you do this, people will do that. No, it's not always the fucking case. There's always gonna be a huge bunch of fucking assholes that.
I like to call it the Scythe principle.
Yeah, the Scythe principle, where they always fucking react to the same thing exactly the opposite every other person does. And there's always a decent amount of them. So you can't predict what people are going to do. People are fucking unpredictable as fuck. Which is why terrorism doesn't work. Because you might think, oh, they're going to be scared shitless. No, they get pissed off and they fucking invade your country. And welcome to the war in Afghanistan. And how, we killed Osama bin Laden. You don't attack America because people get pissed.
It may take 10 years, but it will get.
It may take 10 years, but people still fucking hate you for that one thing you did. And you don't garnish any likes from even people in your own goddamn religion. Heck, the main, the central area of your religion, where your fucking religion was founded, is against you. Saudi Arabia is America's fucking ally.
That's not where the religion starts.
No, Saudi Arabia was where
oh yeah. I'm thinking where it ends.
Oh yeah. God. I just killed a friendly grunt.
Yeah, I was thinking about where it ends in Jerusalem. Yeah.
What do you mean by where it ends?
That's the thing, the Temple of the rock where he ascends.
Yeah. But that's basically for Islam. Basically, it's Saudi Arabia and Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Are the two mainstays of their religion. So if the country that is the mainstay of your religion is allying with the United States because you're a fucking asshole, obviously you're doing something fucking wrong. You agree?
Mm.
It's not even like it's being controlled by, Jewish. No, it's controlled by Muslims. I don't know if it's like a different sect as, Osama bin Laden was.
Mm.
And quite honestly, I don't get the...
It's like 2 or 3 different denominations.
Yeah, and when most people are racist against Catholics is because there's stories about priests molesting children. Other than that, I mean, people don't really care.
You kind of caused that problem yourself.
Well, it's not my fucking problem. It's fucking theirs. The issue is, the only people allowed to be a priest, if you are a priest, you can't get married in the Catholic Church. Which causes an issue with gays
no,
who are, which causes people who are in the closet.
They changed that, you know that?
What?
Far after when they was
Catholic is still priest can't.
I know, but originally when it was Catholic.
Yeah, and I think they need to go back to that.
And wives and everything. And
they need to go back to that because people don't want to be priests because they can't get fucking married.
Yeah.
And
they decided to change it for whatever reason.
Yeah. And think about the people who especially in a religion that for years and years has kind of said gays being gay is a sin. Guess who's going to be the priest if they don't want to get married? It's going to be gays in the closet. Closeted gays. People who have pedophilia tendencies. It's going to be those people.
I have a serious question.
Yeah?
What's that thing with abortion? I've never seen that one.
What was Catholics? What they believe?
They usually point out a biblical thing. What's the biblical thing for abortion? I know.
I think it's has to do with when Jesus was considered unfortunately, also I also will have to say science kind of agrees that as soon as you are a single cell, you're technically life.
Dude, we're all single cells.
We're just a bunch of cells. So technically, as soon as you develop into a single cell,
do you count sperm as a living thing?
Listen, it's my opinion is.
So this is seriously a hole if you do, because even if you just fuck once, do the marriage thing, you put out 1 million of those things. Only one of those makes it through there. The rest die.
Yeah. Listen, my opinion is, I personally think it's better off. I think. Personally, I think that abortion is wrong. I feel like. In terms of if you're gonna make that decision, you should have fucking used the condom and had whatever they're called, morning after pills or whatever. You should have used those. You should have been responsible, if anything. And I also feel like, you know, you should probably you gotta kill it before like maybe 3 months. Although I agree that
3 months is fine.
I agree.
After that, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just lollygagging around.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it fast. Unfortunately, in my case, if I were
people
to,
who also say they don't want don't want abortion, are you also the same people who say don't want birth control or any contraceptive?
yeah, no, honestly, I think that's a different story. Because if you can't have a kid every time you fuck your wife, it's just that's a disaster waiting to happen. Unfortunately, like I see both sides of the argument. Like I see, yeah, sex should be more so a thing between a husband and a wife, and if they have sex, they should be prepared to have a child. I also see the fact that some people just should not be parents, and I'd much rather they're like, and unfortunately, they might not make the smart decision of putting your kid up for adoption. Personally, I feel like you should more so go with adoption than abortion. I feel like that's
now, and then there's like 1,000 billion people in adoption. No one's adopting because no one lets the gays adopt. So it's really stupid. I really think that's the stupidest thing ever.
Unfortunately, if I was like in a political choice of like whether or not I make laws on it, personally, what I'd do is I probably would say I'm not gonna make a law on it because I feel like if you think it's bad, don't do it. If you
that's what I'm saying.
think it's
Just let
fine,
the choice be there. If you don't
let
like
the choice be there.
Stop
If you don't like it, just don't. Just keep it between your family that you don't do it.
Don't stop anyone else's choice.
Like, not everyone agrees with it. It's too controversial. Too many. I mean, I don't think we should push forward it being accepted all the time, though. I feel like I would definitely support groups that would try to educate people on what's wrong, maybe. But except, you know, the ultra-religious type that argue it's wrong. But it's kind of like if you allow abortion, though, it's like, I know condoms don't always work and birth control doesn't always work. But it's kind of like, at that point, if you should have been more responsible and made sure you took precautions to not get her pregnant, or for her not to get pregnant. That is another issue.
About the 3-month thing.
The 3-month thing, it's like if you...
There's a point where it's alive, and there's a point where it's an egg with a sperm in it.
And there's also a point where you really should have made your decision fucking earlier.
Again, 3 months, that's plenty of time. I agree. They should have a limit.
That's like the first trimester. Like, I feel like after the first trimester, it's pretty much living.
3 months is plenty of time to schedule an appointment. Or just go.
Yeah. Like, if they don't schedule an appointment after that, it's like they're either not realizing that getting fucked can't get them pregnant.
When you're pregnant, like, you get sick a lot immediately. Yeah.
Plus, also think about it. Like, if you don't realize you're pregnant after 3 months, it obviously means you don't think when you have sex there's a chance of getting pregnant. Which means, what the fuck is wrong with you? At that point, you deserve to go through the pain of childbirth and then putting your child up for adoption. That's kind of my opinion. Kind of harsh, but I mean, at that point, it's just you're fucking dumb.
To be fair, the planning of Chernobyl isn't a thing anymore. They can pretty much drug you out and you don't even have to do it anymore.
What?
It's really 9 months of just doing it. I'd say. That's just my opinion.
I mean, my mother never needed to go through, like, my mother never went to labor because my sister, like, died out by C-section. Because she would have, my sister would have killed us both. She was going to go out the wrong fucking way.
Hey, Nid.
I got it. Yeah.
C-sec high five.
Oh, yeah. But no, my issue was my sister.
No, I mean, I'm C-sec too.
I know. I got that.
I picked that up. I did a Mass Effect reference. I saw that after I said it.
Yeah, no. But no, yeah, my sister's going to go out the wrong way. I was going to fucking kill us both. It wasn't even me. She was going to be the one that came out first. So she would have killed us both.
And that's the scar of your relationship.
I mean, we're good friends, but although I think I kicked her in the head. Although then she did get plenty of payback, I think, from because you know my fucking parents thought about it like they were still at the time. My sister used to bite the shit out of me, and she could crawl before I could, so she'd bite me and then crawl away when I couldn't even crawl yet. And like it was like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna call my sister that word, but the reaction I think I would get would be like, what the fuck, you bitch? Although I would not call my sister's not a bitch, but I am a bitch. That's whatever. It's more so the kind of reaction, sort of, yeah, I just want to put that out.